Yeah. Well, this one right here I think is very necessary. And this one here is for actually Caribbean people abroad. Caribbean people abroad, we all need to get one thing together. Even though it been attempted and it was done in the Caribbean many years ago and it wasn't successful, at least I think if Caribbean people abroad was to come together and build one community wherever in the world they are, we will be way more successful. I could talk about where I'm from, Montreal, where I live. Okay? I'm a born Vincentian, but I live here in Montreal, in Canada. And it's the same thing over and over and over, and we never elevate. I think it's 2016 now. It's time to wake up. The only way we're gonna move forward is if we tell the past, fly off and stay behind us. My issue is the youths of today, our youths, our brothers and sisters, cousins, nephews, nieces, they're all coming up in the same environment where there's nobody to look up to, nobody to believe in. We have no leaders around. We all come up here. Our parents worked for so many years to save a couple of $1,000 or $1,000 to get us to this country. And we all come up doing the same thing our parents are doing. It's not the way it's supposed to go. We're supposed to outdo what they did, not doing exactly the same thing. We come out here for so long as the Caribbean community and we achieve nothing. If you look at other people from different countries, different races, they're all together. They all eat together, sit together, talk together, reason together, under one roof. Us Caribbean people, we don't do that. Okay? We out here, this is how we live out here. We in Little Montreal, very small. Everybody know each other. I can tell you that for sure. But this is what we have. We have Jamaica Association, Vinci Association, Grenada Association, Chini Association. All Caribbean islands want to have their own association. How is that going to work in a little place like Montreal where we live? If we come together as one under one roof, at least one Caribbean, we could be way more advanced than we are right now. And we could help the younger generation that's coming up. We could open doors for them. We could teach them the right way. But if we all out there only thinking about ourselves, there's no way to go but staying stagnant. Eh? We come out here, we work for our money. This is how we are. We come out here, we work for our money. We go to most of us, we work a factory job. Factory job, we all know that is hard job. That's the labor that nobody else wants to do. But we got to do it because we have no other choice. We work our ass off all week. Just to make at least what, 300 and something bucks if you're lucky, 400 bucks if you're lucky, for all that hard lifting box and pallets and all this kind of things in factories. And what do we do with our money? As soon as we get our pay, what do we do? There's a few things that we do, and it's obnoxious by now. We go to the jewelry store. We go to the shoe store. We go to the clothing store. We go everywhere else and spend our money, except in our own community. You don't see the Caribbean youths in a Caribbean restaurant. You don't see that. You don't see them in a little Caribbean boutique. You don't see these kind of things. And furthermore, even though I know they have a lot of different community centers and they're trying to say it's whatever Caribbean or whatever island community center, if there is and if it exists, it's not going to work because one country, one small island in this place here ain't going to make it. So we have to form that one unit, that one Caribbean nation and build and work from there. Back to making that money. We hustle hard, so hard to make that money. Another thing that we do, we take our money and we go clubbing. We go clubbing just because we're so into that high life. what do? Instead, we already spent at least $100 and something bucks on just clothes alone. That's for sure. Out of our week pay. We have to pay at least $15, $20 to get into that club. That's for sure. When we get in there, we ballers. We ballers. We don't drink a Heineken in our little glass or something. We go pop bottles. That's what they do. Pop bottles. $100 and something bucks for a bottle that you could pay for 19, 20 bucks in the store. Why would you want to go to the club and do that? And then the next morning, you call in your neighbor asking them to borrow you $5 or $10 to go take the metro, to go to work. Are you for real? Are you serious? Are you normal? These things we have to cut out of our genes. We need to help each other. Find ways to help each other. Stop separating from each other. Try to prove that we're better than each other. We need to stop doing these things. Come on. How long have there been people in Montreal here? I'm sure it's for a very long time. I'm so sure. We have nothing to show for it. We don't even have a simple little Caribbean market. Not even that. Where we could go and get foods and groceries and everything from where we're from the islands. We don't have these kind of outlet here. And it's embarrassing. Because we work hard and we have money, but we spend it in communities and in other people's business that never give back to our community. So it's time for us to start to support our community and make sure that the people that we support actually give back to the community and make it a cycle. We spend our money amongst ourselves and build each other. Yes, we have to go out there and work for it. So we go to them, we work for it. Doesn't mean that when we get it, we have to give it right back to them. And we're in the same boat the next morning. Hungry, broke, and cold. Sometimes homeless. So what's the point? Time to wake up. Time to look at yourself in the mirror and say, we are better than this. We have community radios that's supposed to be helping our young people around here who is inspired to do different things. But they don't help us. They help their friends, a little circle. What is this little circle going to do to the mass? What a little circle like this going to do to the majority? It's not about an individual, it's about a community. We have a lot of different people out here in the community that's trying to do good things, but they could never get nowhere because other people decide to just knock them down and don't support what they do because they feel like, oh, they don't have no time for it. But if you don't have no time for it, think about it. You have your kids. Or if you don't have yet, you will be having. If you got blessed to have a kid. And what's going to happen? You're going to go through the same stress you put your parents through. Because you're going to come out here and you're going to be lost. And if you're lost, you're going to be doing anything possible to make yourself feel good inside. And what we do, we run to material things, vanity. We don't even know what family is in this place. A lot of us live out here and we don't know how to even love our own goddamn family. Mothers will come out here, parents will kick their kids out at a certain age because they think the kids are too stubborn or they don't listen. But sometimes you have to sit down and understand that you have to be the older person, you have to be the parent and put your kids in check. It's the life that we live that makes us who we are. So do you want to be a better nation or do we want to continue the way we're living? All about partying, money, flaunting, and we're flaunting what we don't have. Most of us, when you see us, you see what we have because we're wearing it. You see what we work right off the back because it's all we have. But we complain every day. We don't have this, life is hard, things are rough. People from home would send and ask you for a few bucks. You can't give it to them because it's too hard over here. And back home they have that mentality of once you come foreign it's paradise. That's a lie. It ain't no paradise out here. It's hard. It's harder than home. Out here you have to work every single day. If you don't, you in trouble. Back home you could still relax and you could still go find a yam, dashing, breadfruit somewhere, fish somewhere and still eat a meal. Out here you don't work, you can't eat. So we have to build that community that support us for generation to come. We have to do this. We can't let it pass by year after year. Time to wake up. Time to tell the past fly off. We have to do it. It's our time to shine. We're smart people. We're not dumb. Hey? We know how to get through life. So why don't we do it on a bigger scale? Why don't we come together? Why don't we be one instead individuals? We could do this. Believe in yourself and take a step, take a stand and build on ourselves. And you'll be surprised how massive and respected the Caribbean community could be in a foreign country. Peace and love.